as if now I haven't introduced you like how to bring a point. Suppose you need a point, just a point, then don't worry, if you right click you can see add. So since it is in the polygon, you can imagine, yeah, it is like add polygon. Yes, it is add polygon, points and particles. You can add any of them. Okay, so here first we will introduce with 1 point. Okay, so 1 point and we connect, nothing happening, nothing is there. If you, even if we increase the size, there is nothing. It just ghost, there is nothing. That's because you need to turn on this one. It's like right now number of point is 1, but you have, it is grayed out, but you have, if you have to, you have to click it. So yes, so if just seeing from here, okay, so I'll show you here, you can see a point. I don't know if you can see, but there is a point, okay, here. So if you, just for visualization, if you want to see the point, maybe if you have a bad screen or something, then press D, again D for display, and go to geometry, and you have this point scale, particles and point size. This is just visualization, okay, this is not anything, it's just visualization of just to see where it is. Okay, so I'm keeping to the default, revert to default. Okay, yeah, that's how you can bring a point. All right, and also if you want to have a polygon, then you need another point. You can bring as many points as you want, 3 point, 4 point. Okay, so I'll bring 4 point, and I will give I will move to 1 to the x-axis, yeah, right, x-axis, 1 to the z-axis, 1 to the y-axis. Okay, so 0 1 0 x1 z1 y1. Right, now if I go here and I say group, then you can see, yes, it all been connected. So you go to the group and you get this. So I'll talk more about points. I will keep it to the default. You can see there's one grayed out. So if I bring a box, okay, if I bring a box and I connect it to that, and this is, it is not related to copy, but you know, if in case if you want to know like how to, like for example, you have your object geometry, but you don't want your geometry, all you want is the points, then this add node is your buddy. And you know, you can do that. You could click here, up here you can see, okay, there's delete geometry but keep points. It is keeping points. And of course you have all of this, you can remove it by close or press clear. Okay, so you have just the points from here. Yeah, just the points from here. So that's one good tool. So now the question is like, what if you have 1 point, no point, 1, keep it. Okay, so now I have 1 point, right? So you have 1 point and want some random point as well. All right, so don't you worry, child, don't you worry. So if you right click it, go to the particles, you can see here point replicate is just the name as it says, it replicate the points. If you connect it and click OK, so you see it's been replicated, and you can control the quantity, and also you can control the shape. So where you wanted to, you know, like how spread you want to the y-axis, and let's go for here to the y-axis. Okay, I'm gonna go to the y-axis, and I'm gonna go maybe a little bit of z-axis. Okay, and now I will connect it. So that's the power of this. Like you have these points in the air, and you want to replace that point with like right now this is we have the geometry sphere, so it's going to replace the sphere. So you see here, voila, now voila, yes, you can replace that, and I'll change the size. Okay, replace that. Now you might be thinking, okay, oh yeah, it looks like a particles, but No, you can even connect to anything. You can even connect to Torus. It's going to be big, but I'll scale it down. Yeah, it's going to be Torus. Anything, you can connect it anything. One thing you have to keep in mind is left is for primitives. Okay, left is for primitive, right is for template. So template can be whatever you're connecting, it has to have a point, at least a point to replace it. So here we have a lot of points. Same you have with the point replicate, right? So now we have another similar thing called particles. Point generate is generating points. So if you connect here in this, you can't see anything, but you have this, see this. But don't worry, like if you generate, if you keep it maybe like 50, so right now you'll be like, okay, so here you have 50 because I changed to 50, so I have 50 here, but I can see only one, isn't it? I'll turn off that. I'm seeing only one, and for middle mouse it, there are like so many. What is happening? All right, what is happening? My question. So that's nothing. It's actually, it generate a point. Okay, you see here, it generate a point, and the 50 point are on top of it. It is 50 points. This is not just one, it is 50. So how you can see that, there's a node called point jitter. Again, if you right click it, but I don't know why they don't keep it in the particles. You can see that, but when you go to the manipulate, you can see point jitter, point relax. So maybe because when it comes to the manipulating point, maybe that's why they kept it here. I have no idea, but it is here. Point jitter is basically, it jitters the point. So you see, it jitters. So it's like there was only one, and the one point is it is jitter right now. So you can scale it, you can control the jitter, which axis you want to go, everything. Now you see, yeah, now you will be believing, okay, so here there were 50 points. Of course, it has been shifted to 50 points. Like, if you don't believe me, then I'll pack the object. I'll pack the object so that you will believe me. 50, isn't it? So yeah, I'll make room to explain. Okay, so you can add 1111 points. Okay, you can only add 11111, and but point replicate, it will replicate the one, like how many ever you have. If you have one, then it will replicate whatever we are giving in the replicate quantity. Okay, quantity. So I'll just show you. So right now this has only one, and I say in the quantity maybe 10 for easy maths. So in the add, I add another one to maybe y-axis. Okay, so here I have 2. Oh, come on, I forgot to check it. All right, so y and 2, so there are 2 points, and here I'm giving 10, so it has to be 10 into 2, so it is 20, isn't it? So each point is replicated with the number you are giving. Okay, so that is what happens here. And here, instead of 1, here you are adding 111, right? But here you are just giving the number, like, okay, 50. I need to generate 50, and like if you can't see that, then click on the get a point jitter, so you can see that. You can not only see that, you are distributing the point, how many ever point, 50 point, and that 50 point is distributed using the point jitter. Okay, so even you can add, like, it doesn't mean it has to start with this. So you can also start with a box. You can box, like, since it both has a upper connection, you can connect something in the up. Here you have 8 plus 2, 10, and all the 10 into 10, so it'll be 100. So 100, right? So you can connect upwards. That's what I want to say. So you can also connect the box and point integrate. You can say that, like, I keep it or not keep it. Basically generate points for you, right? So I'll delete that. So that's what the point generator. And add is I will just make it more understanding. Add custom number of point, okay, and then replicate it. And this one, generate points, right? So the difference is add, you can add 111, and then you can multiply or replace it or duplicate it, each points with how many ever you want. And point generate is just generate. And I have something more to show you what is point generate. It is that, so I'll keep it maybe 700, and I have a test geometry, space and F. Okay, so right now how many points does it have? 2886. Then if I connect it and I view from the point generator, then see, I can control how many ever points I want on the to the point. It's like as I go down, it decreases. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, now I can see. So decreases. And so after like 286, right, it was 288 something, so 2886. So here you can see 2874, but as you increase it as many, it's gonna generate on the point. It's like point itself. So you have 6000, 2000, but why you can't see it? Because it is generating inside the point. And of course you can you have, just like in the poly extrude. So if you watch my previous video, intro to SOP, you must be familiar with these groups and inbuilt attributes. Okay, so please watch from the beginning of my course, 0 to 1, 0 to number 1, because I'm explaining step by step everything. So it's like if you're watching this video, then like it won't connect to you. Everything is there on the YouTube. So like check out my playlist if you're not following from the beginning. That's what. Okay, so if you are following from my previous videos, then you're good to go, right? So just like that, even here you have the attribute. So you can say you have the name, you can rename it if you want, but just keep it the way it is. And if you middle mouse click it, you can see there's a point group generated, just like here, front group. And similarly you have generated group for you. And there's attribute. See, this attribute, this is group. So if you want attribute also, you get the attribute. You see, now you have 2 more attribute. So it is just for taking the data individually, like point number and this individually. You can take the data and use it downwards. So Houdini is customizing you for you. So that's what point generate is. Okay, so and now what if you want, it's like now I showed you 2 method and also 3 method. It's like one direct connecting to the point, copy direct connecting to the object, right? So I'll change the size to pretty small, maybe 6. Okay, so direct connecting. All right, and the next one is individual connecting, like how many ever you want, and then point replicate it. And if you want, you can point jitter it, like just distribute it. See, right now you are distributing the point, and you can give a noise, or like you can control. Okay, so that is one method. So I showed you that, and direct, and of course generating and jittering. Okay, generating and jittering, this method. Okay, direct method, this method, I'm deleting this one. Okay, right, this method. And what if you're like, okay, I have this, and I don't want to generate on the point, okay, on the polygon point, like here I want to distribute it, like I want it more of distributed, but not to this point. It's like you must be thinking, okay, I'll put an ad, I'll make more rooms. Okay, this is pending. Okay, this is for pending nodes. I have to introduce you. This is point generate method, and this is custom method, and there's a new method that I want, that just a practice method, like I'll show you. So if you must be wondering with these tools, how can you distribute points? So you will keep only the point, and then you point jitter, and then you get this, and it is taking out your shape, isn't it? So in that case, okay, in that case you don't have to do that. There is a node for that. It's like people say there is an app for that. In Houdini there is a node for most of the things. So if you right click and particles, you can see scatter it. So scatter is basically scatters the points. So see, so if you put an add and delete geometry, this is your point. Okay, but scatter on the surface itself, there is nothing inside. Okay, it's empty inside, but it is scattering on the surface everywhere, like, and you can give a count, like how many ever you want, and it's too much. Okay, and the count you can decide, and what type, leave it for now. These things leave it for now. Now you only care about total count, and global seed is like just a seeding, like just changing the numbers. It's like if you have I'll give a small number. So if you have this, and if you do the seeding, it changes the number. Okay, so that's what it does. So I'll put it 0, like I don't want to change it, and I will increase the points and turn off this number. And so if you want to be more of, relaxed, you can do that. Or if you want to be more clumped, you can go lower, so you get this clump more together. So yeah, you can adjust the relax, more count, then you can understand what is happening. More clumps, okay, it's up to you. And you can for this purpose, I'm just changing to 100 so that operation will be faster. See, yes, isn't it good, isn't it? Yes. So what if, next question is like, so this is a new node called scatter, scattering on surface. So another one, a bonus node I just wanted to show you here. It's like it's a cool node that I want to show you, like I suddenly remembered. And I was thinking, like, yeah, that will be cool to show you what that node is. Okay, so I'm gonna bring test geometry, and there's a node in Polygon. I was thinking like this node will be a cool node to learn. I found this very cool. So this, just all you have to do is just plug it in, and voila! Isn't it cool? Some horns on the sides. No, exactly. The radius size of this PolyWire is too big, that's what. So if you reduce it, voila, look at it. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? This node, what it does is it creates a wire for every polygon edges. Okay, so this is see, it's a polygon to convert. Polygon, it has to have a polygon, no point. All right, so it can be anything. So I will bring I will bring right click, I'll bring primitive. Another tool I wanted to, like, I've been using cube and grid a lot, so why not a platonic solid? Okay, just like that. Platonic solid is this, and you can change that to any other shape you want. So yeah, this look good. You can change whatever you want. Or maybe, yeah, this. Okay, now I'll plug this wire to, come on, to PolyWire to here. Voila, 7. And you can also make it smooth, like you can give it division and make it smooth. All right, so what's the fun? What's more fun about this? So I'm gonna connect that. So if I connect it, whoa, you have a thing, right? Okay, so that's one thing, and I want to show another. So it's like it is copying to the scatter points. Wherever the points are, it is scattering. You can change the size here, or you can do a and transform node and put it small size so you can see it, right? But I want to show you, so you're replacing the points to whatever the geometry you have. And just want to show you some cool thing that I really liked it. So copy stamp, and just want to show you something cool. And if you uniform scale it, and as you increase it, it's to, okay, 8 maybe, yes, look at it, abstract shape, isn't it? You can change this to soccer ball, see, soccer ball. And of course you can play with the rotation, like, see, everything has a different rotation. Yes, it's a cool node. I just want to show you that in a PolyWire. And instead of I'll also tell you another node called switch. Okay, so it's like I'm switching it. So if I wanted to show you this, how does this look when I plug in PolyWire, I have to do this one, right? And what if I have so many things to show you? It's like I have rubber toy to connect, and that's too much. Yeah, so wiring is too much, so I will just put in maybe 8. Okay, so rubber toy, if I want to show you the rubber toy, this, and again this, so it's like, of course it's not that pain when compared to other 3D software. It is easy easy as hell, but Houdini makes everything more easier. So there is a node called switch. So it just does like what it names. You can switch it, like connect whatever models you have it. It's a simple node. There's nothing. You can order the switch from here, like what has to come the next, what has to come. So order it, and the best part is, like, instead of plugging into 111, all I have to do is go to the just see the switch node and change it. Okay, so it's like you can bring easily, you don't have to reconnect it and connect it and all those tedious. So that's with the PolyWire. And yeah, I'll also bring that PolyWire to show you one more thing, that so I'll make this as different thing. Okay, so just I'll type fun with PolyWire. All right, so one more fun I wanted to show you is that if you add some more fun, add 2-3 nodes. Okay, give it some position, right? Give some position, and this is give some position. We have 3 points now, and we connect that using polygon. You click there, so we have polygon, and of course you can plug that same. So since this is polygon now, you can keep a wire, and see, keep a wire. Okay, so this is another method. And of course, one more thing I want to show you is you can not only, right now you are manually pointing with the positioning things, right? So what if you wanted to, like, have your own point, or like you want to draw something, so you want to draw a point the way you want. So there is like, if you go to the primitive, you can see there is curve and there is draw curve. So I'll bring both curve and primitive draw curve. Okay, so curve is, oh, when you click that, nothing's gonna happen, but you have to turn on this show handle, then you get the mouse like a sniper tool. So if you're a player, so you will get that. So now, yes, you have the points, and if you want to have that curved, then go to NURBS, then it gives you a good curve. And advantage is that this is next, yeah, Platonic solid connected here. Okay, so instead of this scatter surface, I'm connecting to the curve. So you see, according to the curve, I'm getting what I'm after. So according to the curve, so you can see here, yeah, see, your curve is there and it's going that way. Because you can see the slight difference, that's because we are in the NURBS tool, so that's why. So if you go to the polygon, it keeps your points right there. Okay, and similarly, so this one way to, you know, like customize the path. This is how you customize your polygon or path or whatever. You can even put a PolyWire to it. You can even PolyWire to it, right? So PolyWire is a really cool, like you can do anything. And so best part is that, you know, like if you now merge it, and I will increase the Platonic size. Yeah, see, so instead of plutonium, I'll bring sphere. Okay, so plutonium doesn't look good shape to me, so sphere. Okay, so I'll put it 0.1, maybe a little bit big. See, isn't that cool? I hope so. So now next is draw. I'm very bad at naming, so I don't know what to name it, but I will name here some custom path. Okay, so the next one is draw. So draw is, of course, it is same as curve, but curve is more of 3D space. This is you know, in a grid, it gives you a grid, so you can decide the grid has to be, you know, like it is right now XY plane. As the default, it goes to the stroke, and go to the projection, then you can change, you can draw again, likewise, and you can connect it and see this is how your lines looks like. All right, so draw is basically very straightforward. Just play around, like there's not much to talk about. Curve, okay, see, you see it has 360 points. If you click here, you can see here all the points that we created as we draw. All right, so even in the curve, you can see the points. Okay, and what if, so for example, what if you want, so you want this line and you want a lot of points to happen, so you cannot put, so I will put a switch node here, so that if you have this file, then you can just play around and see what happens over here. Okay, it's like you come up here, you change it, you have another one. Okay, so what if you want to have, so you have a line and you want a lot of points to generate, so of course it's not, I'll switch this to this side. Okay, and yeah, just switching the left and right. Okay, so just like that, I wanted to keep it on the left, on the right side. Okay, because I'm always on the right side. So if you put a scatter node, that's one method to scatter nodes on your curve. Okay, but it won't fill unless you are very, it is not uniform, or like, you see, it's all gap. There is a gap everywhere. Yeah, so I can show you here. There's a gap everywhere. So scatter is one tool that if you want to increase the number, but there is one more node called right click the utility, you go there's a lot of utility. I don't know why they keep it in the utility, but yeah, it's called resample. So resample is, it's resampling again. So if I click it, I have a uniform points. See, uniform points, and I can also give more details as I go. So this is between, this is resampled or reshaped the points in the distance of, you know, so this to this is 0.1. So if you want more, then of course you need to go lower, right? So you go lower. Oh, come on, that is too low. Lower, you get the length. Right now this and this, the length is 0.03. 0.03. Yes. So that's how you can do that. All right. So I'll also plug that here. Okay, scatter, I'm not keeping it, so I'll keep that as a side. So I have that now. So when I merge it and switch to 3, yes, I got that. This one right now I'm reading this one. Like, how you know it is reading that? You can see these all are dotted, which is not taking, and we have straight line, which means it is taking this line. I believe you see that, and this has dot 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 dot. Okay, so that's about custom. So I'll keep it organized. So that's how you can bring points. So you now you'll be wondering, like, I'm not explaining about copy. So there is nothing to talk about copy at the moment in this first level, much about it, except that it has a one more connecting point which can connect to the points. So which is like, if you know how to control the points, then it is easy to gets the copy, right? So that's why all these about, because you now know how to bring points in a different way. Okay, there's one more method I want to show you, is that I'll do it here. So in the box, so if you are taking any box or geometry, any geometry, okay, any geometry. So okay, give me a second to arrange all in an order. Okay,